Marcellus,
Yeah.
do the Chiefs have too much faith in Patrick Mahomes?
No, not too much faith. The right amount of faith. Patrick Mahomes is going to be the savior for this team, as he's been the savior since he's been the starter. Let's be real about this. This is Andy Reid going back home. This is Andy Reid returning to his game plan in terms of how he wants to play football and how he wants to execute. This feels a little of the conversation we were just having about Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and their level of success. And I think the hyperbole and I think the hype of the Kansas City Chiefs is a lot greater than the actual accomplishment. Can't sneeze at 4 straight AFC championship games, but only 1 Super Bowl championship. So Andy Reid realizes, God, what did we do that 1 year that got us over the hump? The obvious was the defense played just middle of the pack. The defense improved to the point where now we're not sacrificing all the efforts that we have on offense. But Andy Reid went deeper than that this offseason, in part probably because of the contract demands for Tyreek Hill. He said, I could do this without you, Tyreek Hill. Why? Because when we did win the Super Bowl, I must remind everyone that Tyreek Hill had only 800 yards receiving. Sammy Watkins, 600 yards receiving. McCole Hardman, 500 yards receiving. Demarcus Robinson, 400 yards receiving. Taking him back to his Philadelphia years when he was successful. NFC Championship game at the NFC Championship game. Super Bowl appearance once. Damn, if T.O. wasn't hurt, how would that have played out? Point being, once again, Andy Reid's like, I didn't have those receivers like y'all thought I did when I was out there in Philadelphia. Charles Johnson, 600 yards, led the team, 2000. James Thrash, 800 yards. Todd Pinkston, 700 yards. Todd Pinkston, 500 yards. And all I'm saying is they won the NFL for those 4 straight years. Best record by 6 games. Andy Reid's back home. And he's like, now back home, Don McNabb was amazing. This is Patrick Mahomes. This is a whole different animal. So, yeah, he has a lot of faith in Patrick Mahomes, and it's appropriate.
I think it's too much. I love when you be talking first because then sometimes I can abandon my notes.
You go.
Your argument is the same thing that's going to hurt you. Because I love your argument. If you are Andy Reid, he was the most dominant team in the NFC for God knows how many years. When the Eagles interviewed me during the course of the draft process, I was geeked, sitting down in the draft room with Andy Reid, with Howie Roseman, with Jeffrey Lurie. I will be honest, I lied about my bench press.
What'd you say?
They asked me, hey, how many did you get, Acho? I said 25. Howie, the general manager, actually, you got 24. It was like 25 minus 1. At the combine, that's how they do you. They tell you how many reps you got and then how many they have to subtract from you because you didn't lock out.
Oh, you didn't bounce?
I didn't.
Okay. All right.
Story for another time.
Yeah.
Here's a problem. You say if the Eagles would have had T.O., maybe they would have won a Super Bowl. Here's what I do know. The Chiefs had Tyreek Hill, and because of Tyreek Hill, they did win a Super Bowl. If T.O. would have been fully healthy, we say maybe they would have won a Super Bowl. But we don't have to say maybe with these Chiefs because they had their beast. The goal in ball isn't to be competitive. It's not to have the best record over a 4-year stretch. Chiefs have already done that. The goal in ball, particularly if you already are competitive, is to win a Super Bowl. What we know about the Eagles, based on Marcellus's argument, which I to some degree agree with, if the Eagles had a healthy T.O., they would have won. Well, the Chiefs had a healthy Tyreek Hill, and they did win. But now you don't even have Tyreek Hill, let alone the injured one. You ain't even got him. So for that reason, they are putting too much pressure on Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill, they don't have a Super Bowl. 3rd and 15, post corner route. Patrick Mahomes calls it, wasp. Yo, let's run wasp. The only reason he has that capability is because he knows he has a receiver that's capable of doing it. You no longer have that receiver. Tyreek Hill had more targets last year than the next 2 targeted receivers combined on that Chiefs roster. And you just took away an All-Pro 3-time, a Pro Bowler 6-time. You can't tell me that Chiefs team is the same. Are they going to be competitive? Absolutely. As long as Andy Reid is a head coach, his teams will be competitive. With Alex Smith, they were winning 12 games going to the playoffs. So I know the Chiefs can be competitive. But take it from the top down, whether you talk about the Hunt family that owns the team, to Andy Reid that coaches the team, to Brett Veach that manages the team, they don't just want to be competitive. They want to win Super Bowls. Without Tyreek Hill, in my mind, their days of winning Super Bowls are over. And furthermore, in my mind, you're putting way too much pressure on Patrick Mahomes because now he has to compensate for the absence of Tyreek Hill.
Okay, I really got to go here on this with Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek Hill, you're a beast, but let's just keep your record as your record reflects. Outside of his rookie year where he only started 1 game, You know what his worst year was? The year they won the Super Bowl. 4 other years, way better. And then the year you're not as good, that's the year we win the Super Bowl. Wait a minute. Okay, that's fine. And he was our best receiver. Wait a minute. So the less version of Tyreek Hill is what got us over the hump.
How many yards in that season, sir?
860.
You know he went 9 for 105 in the Super Bowl, sir.
Yeah, respect. I'm knowing that.
He won him. He won them that
went
game.
for even more. Oh, all that. I'm giving you all that. But in terms of how we going to get there again, because you coming to me like you want to be the highest paid, and I'm like, maybe that's too much on you, Tyreek Hill, in terms of impact. Because every time we get all of you in terms of production, we don't get it all in terms of team success. And that's what the organization has to run in terms of calculus. How much of you is contributing to our chances of winning it all? And the least version of you was our best version of our team success. That's not a good equation for you if you're Tyreek Hill. That's why he's not there anymore. Also, you got to look at Andy Reid. He's like, dude, I already got this built into me from Philadelphia in all my years. I said T.O. because he wasn't healthy. He missed the playoffs, and then he shows up in the Super Bowl with the one broken leg and still balls out. But the point is, that team took a step up because T.O. was there. But even without T.O., they still had a baseline of always making the NFC Championship game. I think Andy Reid is looking at it like, yo, what's our baseline? Before we talk about our peaks. And in T.O.'s case, baseline, NFC Championship game. T.O. here, even not healthy, we in the Super Bowl. Tyreek here, what's our baseline? AFC Championship game. The worst version of Tyreek Hill. Oh, we actually are better. That's not a good equation. That's what happened in fact. That's what happened in reality.
So there's a logical fallacy there. First and foremost, Tyreek Hill, remember that season missed several games.
Oh, that's part of it.
But I think we have to go deeper than that is to say that Tyreek Hill, who was the most integral piece of that Super Bowl championship roster, 105 yards in that Super Bowl game, to say that the worst version of Tyreek Hill, the Chiefs were their best, I think there's a logical fallacy because also as a defender, you know this much.
Let's hear it.
I can statistically suffer because everybody else is doing better. As a defender, I can talk on the back end, you can talk on the front end. If I'm a back seven defender, meaning cornerbacks, linebackers, etc., Tyreek Hill's on the field, we are making sure he is double teamed at all times. I will single Travis Kelce one-on-one before I single Tyreek Hill. So there, in fact, might be a direct correlation to Tyreek Hill being statistically worse while everybody else is being better. I'm not going to look at Tyreek Hill being worse as a reason for the team being better. I'm going to look at Tyreek Hill being worse because everybody else is balling. So say that to say, if you remove Tyreek Hill, it's not like everybody going to get better. You're removing Tyreek Hill. All of a sudden, now Travis Kelce's getting double teamed. All of a sudden, now you don't have to stay in two high safeties because you don't have to worry about a deep threat. All of a sudden, it's much easier to game plan against these Chiefs. Don't even worry about notes and stats for a second. Just talk ball. You know that.
No, I don't actually.
Take away the deep threat. I don't have to sit in too high anymore.
That's just one way you play defense. You can play single high and still be effective.
But not nearly as effective when you got a burner on the outside.
Well, once again, I don't need hypotheticals. I got real evidence. Yeah, sound like the people didn't want me to study much. Tyreek Hill, 2019, missed 4 games we talking about, right? Remember that? The Chiefs averaged more points per game without him than with him. Say it again. Their record was the same in terms of percentage. They went 3-1 without Tyreek Hill and averaged more points without him. Patrick Mahomes, last year, with Tyreek Hill there, had a higher passer rating with more targets to his next 3 receivers outside of Tyreek Hill. McCole Hardman, Byron Pringle, and Demarcus Robinson. And then we say, well, what about Travis Kelce? Even higher than Tyreek Hill. Any way you want to cut this one, big dog, they ran the numbers. They did their job. Respect to the organization. They're like, Tyreek, don't demand this, dog. Don't press us. Don't make us have to do this because we want to keep you. Oh, you think we can't do this without you? We're going to figure this out.
So you think the Chiefs are better without Tyreek Hill?
Oh, don't try to give me no definitive. I don't know.
That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying they have played better in small sample sizes without him. And then when they had a large sample size, it was him at his worst version. That's all they're saying.
Do you think the Chiefs are better without Tyreek Hill?
The Chargers got this division. Don't even do that. Chargers got this division.
Are the Chiefs better without Tyreek Hill?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do in the draft. I don't know what they're going to do in the offseason. I will answer that before the season starts just so I can do my job. But right now, I know they ran them numbers, and I know them numbers say, Tyreek Hill, enjoy Miami.